back and you get tased.
Sheriff, call the sheriff.
Put your hands behind your back and you get tased.
Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we have a good one, guys. We're headed up to Beaver Dam, that's in Wisconsin. Now, at the time, this woman was 24 years old. Her name is Marianna Gonzales. Now, she turned a simple traffic stop into a full-blown OWI arrest. There's going to be some physical struggle and even some felony charges. You'll see how things escalated from speeding to headbutting an officer. And you probably should know in advance her .17 BAC led to not just one case, but two separate cases in Dodge County Court. So with that, let's jump in.
Right there, stop me. You're going a little fast back there. Forget the 45-mile-an-hour zone.
What's following the guy out?
Yeah. Where are you guys coming from tonight?
We're coming from Quick Trip right now.
Quick trip? What about before that? Home? Okay. Where are you heading to? Okay. How much have you had to drink tonight?
There's a whole family reunion. My whole family came from Texas right now.
Yep.
And I was like trying to take care of all of them tonight and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get my dad to for my kids.
How much have you drank tonight? Do you have a couple drinks? Not that much?
Come on.
No?
If I'm driving, not that much. The guy in front of me was literally driving the same speed as I was on.
Okay. Passengers, use IDs with you guys?
They didn't need a car.
I'm just trying to figure out my dispatch lines and who I'm talking with too, so
Well,
I just want to know who I'm talking with. Okay. Did you have your seatbelt on earlier?
I did have my
Yeah. Okay. Stay in your vehicle. I'll be right back.
Hey.
What can I help you with?
When we were pulling out from Quick Trip, someone jumped him. Some guy. There's probably cameras that can stuff. They beat his ass. I tried pulling off and getting him away from there to go to my dad's house. So I'm not.
Jumped in my quick trip.
Huh?
Where? Which quick trip?
The new one.
The new one. Okay. We'll talk to you about that in a little bit, okay?
So you're not gonna let us go?
I'm not letting you go right now.
Why not?
Why? Because we have another further investigation to do right now. So right now you're not free to leave. Into your ability to drive safely, first of all.
I mean,
Nope, not right now. You're going to stay in the vehicle for right now. So stay right here. I'll be right back with you.
Hey, sir.
What's going on?
Sheriff, please.
The sheriff's not working right now. We will investigate. We will investigate the incident at Quick Trip. The incident at Quick Trip.
We're on a country road going to my dad's house right now, where my kids are at.
So you're telling us about a potential robbery that occurred at Quick Trip. So we're going to investigate that. Well, you said he was jumped.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got to investigate that.
Some guy literally hit him outside.
So do you need an ambulance?
Huh?
He
Do you
doesn't
need an ambulance?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay, sir. Hey,
Hey.
look at me.
What's that?
Stop flashing and light at me.
I need to be able to see in the vehicle.
I got jumped by a whole bunch of black guys 15, 20 minutes ago.
So we will look into that here shortly.
We were
Okay.
working for them following us. They're black people, literally at
You want the cameras?
Yep, we will follow up with Quick Trip with regretting that.
Really, you're gonna follow up with Quick Trip?
Yeah.
Because we
Okay,
took
whoa,
off because we're
hey.
scared for our lives.
We'll wait for you.
Well, I'm not going anywhere right now. Right now, we're going to look into that aspect, and we have something else that we need to be looking at. So you're going to hold on for a second. Well, first of all, we're concerned about your ability to drive a vehicle. So yes, so that's why I'm waiting for my partner right now.
I'm trying to do the sobriety test because
We're going to wait for my partner. That happens right now.
You want me
Okay?
to hop on
Nope,
that?
you're staying in the vehicle. Okay?
Literally, bro.
I'm telling you to stay in the vehicle. I've told you that multiple times already.
I don't.
Yep, but there's three of you guys in the vehicle. Okay, so right now you're preventing me from doing that right now. Okay, so right now we're waiting for my partner to get here. We're gonna look into your ability to drive, and then we're gonna look into him getting jumped as well.
Gun. You need 2 guns to make sure that I can do a sobriety
Okay,
test.
stay in your vehicle.
So I can go.
225. Where are you at? All right, step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. Yep, get out. Yep, get out of the vehicle. Come back here. Right now you're gonna be detained. Right now you're being detained.
I'm like,
Cooperative. Come back here. Come back. Get back here. You are not walking away from me.
grab me like that. Do not grab me like that.
Stop.
Do not grab me like that. Do not grab me like
25,
that.
1033.
Yo, no.
Turn around. Put your hands on your back. You're being detained.
Why? For
You're being detained.
what?
Turn around.
For what?
Stop resisting. Stop.
You-
Right now you're being detained.
You are grabbing me for no reason.
You're
I'm not
being
doing
detained. You're trying to walk away.
For what? I'm not walking away. I was in my car.
You're starting with warrant.
I was in my car. I was in my car.
And put it back. You're under arrest.
For what? I was in my car. You know how many cars? How many uncles are
Stop!
fucking molesting me?
You're gonna get tased. Put your hands behind your back.
Tase me for what?
Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased.
Call the sheriff. Call the sheriff.
Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased.
Oh, sheriff, for what? I'm not doing shit, bro. I'm not doing shit. I'm literally standing there. He's whipping me around. Whipping me.
Put your hands behind your back. You're gonna get tased.
You asked. I was trying to provide a sobriety test. I was trying to provide a sobriety test.
Do not stop fighting. Stop fighting.
I'm more sober than you are. I'm more sober.
In your back.
I'm fighting.
Stop. Stop.
I'm not fighting.
You're done.
You think I'm a weapon on me? You think I'm a threat on your life?
Put your hands on your back. Stop.
You think I'm a threat on your life? You think I'm a threat on your life?
Back. You're lost. Hey, stop.
You're manhandling me. I'm a woman. And I'm more stubborn than you because look, I'm not even doing shit to you. I'm not doing shit.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. You're getting tased.
I'm not doing anything.
Get her hand.
I'm not doing anything.
Stop resisting.
My glasses on the ground somewhere. It's 1095. Get in the car now! Get in the car!
Stay on the ground.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Nope, get out of the car. Get out of the car. You decided to interject yourself?
Okay.
Hands behind your back.
Okay, just breathe. Breathe, okay? All right.
I'm literally sober.
All right, just
Sober.
Nope.
Hey,
Stop.
where's the right there?
Right now you're being detained.
No, I'm not being detained.
That's one other male detained. One more in the car.
No,
Come
hey,
back here.
where's the
What?
sheriff? Where's the sheriff? Where's the sheriff? No.
Come back here. You decided to interject in the call. Right now you're under arrest for obstructing.
Okay.
all right. Hey, let's set up in a sitting position, okay? I'm gonna help you, okay?
One more in the car.
I'll be in jail for a couple of months. You're gonna lose your fucking job. I didn't even do anything. Literally, you guys are a fucking abuse of fucking power.
Nope, we're gonna sit right here.
Stop.
You guys are abuse of fucking power. You're in a fucking little.
My sergeant's on his way.
I just literally got a
I understand.
No, you don't. You don't work with them.
I don't want you to you work.
That's fine. You don't have to. Right now you're under arrest.
You're not under arrest, man.
Stop.
Where's the
Stop.
Where's the supervisor?
Stop.
Oh, no. Where's the supervisor? Car asked me to do a sobriety test and pull me out of the car.
Okay.
I can drive sobriety. I can walk a sobriety test.
Okay.
I'm trying to make your handcuffs so they don't get tighter. Knock it off.
Where's the supervisor?
He's on his way.
Okay, well now
The
wait
lar-
for him. I pay my taxes every day.
That's nice. Stop
Yeah.
fighting me.
I'm not fighting you, man. You want me to walk a sobriety
We're not gonna do that right now.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Down, because you and my partner.
Calm down after I just had a man. I was not fighting him. Watch his camera. He literally whipped me out of my fucking car. He whipped me out of my car. Where's the supervisor?
He's on his way.
Where's your camera?
Right there. I want you to sit.
Are you gonna stay calm? No, I'm gonna sit on the ground again.
Go ahead and put me on the fucking ground. I'll put myself on the ground. I've been fucking raped by all my family members.
Get in the car.
Oh, where's the supervisor? Hey, you throw me like that? You handle me. I should not be in chains right now. Literally, my whole entire fucking generation. Really? Really? Who the fuck are you to fucking in chains? Who the fuck are you in chains? She went to fucking 8 weeks. It's training.
What's your name? What's your name?
Marianna.
Stop, Mario.
Oh, you were the one that was manhandling me.
Stop.
You pulled me out of my car for no reason.
You're the one who got in the car, so.
Get.
Marianna.
Okay, you went up to my window and asked me.
Not yet.
Search my teeth. Search my teeth.
Stop.
I'm trying to. My
You already got one count of battery to law enforcement. Do you want another?
You want me to spread them, baby?
All right, I'm gonna search you, okay?
But you guys are literally my handcuffs. Literally
You have
my
anything on
handcuffs. No, what the? I literally.
We gotta ask.
Something on me?
Gotta ask.
You think I would have something on me? You think I would have something on me? Please. Please. Literally, you guys are literally.
Stop.
You think you can spread me open, baby? You can't spread me open. Why is that literally?
Yeah, she's ID. Nobody else is.
Just have to lock the.
He literally ripped me out of my own car. I was going to my dad's house. That's my family reunion.
Okay. You got your pants up now so you can have a seat? See if I got a helmet.
I was gonna say, I don't think I have one in my squad.
Where's your ID? I don't know who you are, so I can't call your PO. Okay, then you'll go to jail for that as well.
Hey, you need to stop banging your head against the wall.
Yep. Let's see how this goes. You got a page light?
No! What? What am I?
Well, truth or judge. Female will be 95 for code 10. We will not be doing field or lack of cooperation. Front seat passenger is not ID'd, but he's 95 for obstructing. See about this jumping that occurred at Quick Trip. Allegedly, the guy was jumped at Quick Trip.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay, listen, you're under arrest, okay? You're under arrest. It's over. It's over with.
All of a sudden, they're waving me up to the car, saying he was jumped at Quick Trip, and I want the sheriff here right now because you're not cooperating, and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, stay in the car, I'll be up with you guys shortly. She then decides, I'm just going to keep screaming, so I tell her, all right, step out of the car. Then she decides, we're going to walk forward. I'm like, all right, now you're being detained. And then the fight was on. And then she headbutted me, my glasses went flying, they're now broke.
Is the other guy his boyfriend or something?
No idea, he won't tell me who he is. He's going for obstructing because I told him to get back in the car. Then he gets in the driver's seat and looked like he was going to start it, told him to get out. And so, yeah, that was on. He decided to struggle a little bit, and now he's not telling us who he is. So he didn't have to identify himself initially, but now he does.
Okay.
But now,
All right.
my glasses are broke quick.
I got
demanding a supervisor, so.
I got a
Where's
right
he on?
coming.
Yeah, he wants a supervisor.
Sweet.
He's under arrest for obstructing and probably a probation hold, but he won't say who he is.
What's up? What do you need? Okay, well, I'm right here. Talk to me, man.
Roll the window down, sir.
I'm right here. You can talk to me right here.
I don't want to talk to you. I just want you to roll the window down.
Oh, it's down, man.
All the way down. Claustrophobic, sir.
Oh, sorry. Don't obstruct the police and maybe we'd help you. So enjoy your seat. I am the supervisor. What do you want?
Are you the sheriff?
No, I'm the sergeant.
Oh, I want the sheriff.
You think the sheriff's going to come out at 3:30 in the morning?
Hey, I paid my taxes, man.
Good for you. So do I.
I'm not doing fields with her. I'm not doing fields on her. I'm just going for the code 10 based off driving behavior and everything else. So I'm going battery law enforcement on her. Criminal damage property. She broke my glasses. Resist obstruct.
Okay.
And the OWI.
I'm claustrophobic.
What's your name?
What's your name?
I'm Sergeant Wasp.
Where's the sheriff?
The sheriff's not here. What's your name, man?
I need the sheriff.
Okay, well, the sheriff's not coming out, so what's your name?
What's your when?
I don't know. Probably Tuesday at 8 a.m.
Why are we here for the sheriff?
Okay, so you realize failing to identify yourself, you're going to go to jail, right?
Give me the sheriff, man.
The sheriff's not coming. You don't have that right to demand.
We do have that.
Okay, well, I'm glad you think you're a lawyer, but you're not. And that's.
Hey, man.
Shut up and listen for a second, okay? You've already got yourself in enough trouble.
I pay for you.
Great, I pay taxes as well. Good for you. So, are you going to identify yourself, or are you just going to go to jail and get fast ID'd?
Is the sheriff coming tonight?
Oh, sheriff's not coming tonight.
Why not?
Because he's not. The sheriff's not coming out. Period.
Well, I'll wait for him here.
That's not an option. Okay, sounds good. You're going to jail tonight.
I don't give a shit, man.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. You'll go to jail tonight. They'll fast ID. They'll figure it out there. You said you were on probation. We'll find out who you are, and then you're likely going to get a probation hold and then resist obstruct charges, okay? I don't know if you've read our policy manual before, but nowhere in our policy manual does it say we have to have the sheriff show up out here. It's not how this works, bud.
It is how.
All right, sounds good.
And I'm not a dog that needs to be put a muzzle on. I'm not.
That's so you don't ram your head and get hurt.
People literally grab my head. You're fucking official.
I just got here. I literally just got here.
Watch this Bodycam.
Yep, there will be camera. You're right. When law enforcement gives you a lawful order, I encourage you to comply. The sheriff is not working tonight. I don't think the sheriff would let you go after fighting with Deputy Anderson. Can I explain to you why you're in the situation you're in? So some things occurred here, like you got out of the vehicle and went towards the front of the vehicle and he told you to stop. And then he then grabbed you and said stop, and you started resisting with him and headbutted him at one point. You can't do that.
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's on camera. So the best thing you can do right now is cooperate with law enforcement, not get yourself into more trouble.
I want this helmet off my head.
Well, hang on.
Please stop it.
Just hold on. What hurts? Hold on.
My arm, my wrist,
All right,
my
just hang
wrist.
Okay, hold on. Stop pulling from me, okay?
I'm not pulling for you.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that if you pull from...
I can walk myself. I can walk
Nope,
myself.
I have to hold on to you.
I can walk myself.
That's not an option.
Why is it not an option?
Because if you fall, then I'm going to be in trouble.
If you guys throw me against the ground, you guys won't be in trouble.
Okay. Don't fight with law enforcement. I promise you are not going to get thrown against the ground. Okay, well, that's not...
A lawful order for me to get out of the car.
Can I talk? I'm trying to
I had to go pee. I really have to go to the bathroom.
Sorry, that's not an option. Then you're going to have to...
Can a nurse bring me at least?
That's not an option.
Well then, why is the female officer that was there
She
earlier?
is with your partner, who is also going to jail.
I want to ride with the female officer. I don't want to ride with you men.
Sorry, we don't have that option.
Why do I not have that option? I'm a American citizen. I want to ride with the female. I don't want a men escorting me. You guys can't even bring me to the bathroom. I have to literally go to the bathroom. What do I have, a gun on me? You can let go of me. I can walk in front of you. You can let go of me.
Unfortunately, if you trip, you can't catch yourself.
What?
Now, so
That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna pee on myself. You guys are not letting me go to the bathroom.
Now, that's a fairly interesting one, right? Now, the case is fully over. There was 2 cases that came out of this, all right? There was the felony case, and then there's a traffic case. We'll talk about both of them. I have them both attached below so you can look through the record and see what all happens, at least in a summary fashion. All right, so let's talk about the charges that's in the felony case. So first you have attempted battery or threat to law enforcement. This is found at the Wisconsin Statutes, section 940.203, section 2. And it's also codified at 939.32. Okay, this is defined as it becomes a felony if you intentionally cause or attempt to cause bodily harm or threaten to do so. There's several categories of protected people. You have judges, prosecutors, and law enforcement officers. And this is all while they're performing their official duties. Now, the attempt part means that the act didn't have to succeed. Only that person was trying or threatening is enough, okay? This is a Class H felony in Wisconsin. It's punishable up to 6 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Now, the second offense is resisting or obstructing an officer. This is found at the Wisconsin Statute, section 946.41, and then section 1 of that statute, okay? And it says anyone who knowingly resists, obstructs, or interferes with an officer while they're performing their duties commits this crime. Now, obstructing also includes lying to the police, along with physical struggle, or interfering with the commands they're giving. Now, this is a Class A misdemeanor in Wisconsin. It's punishable up to 9 months in jail and a fine of up to $10,000. Now, there is a second case that's ongoing at the same time. It's a traffic case, okay? This is for the refusal to take the chemical test after arrest. Remember, when there's a DUI, or as they call it here, OWI, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, after this arrest is made for that purpose, there's a separate part. You have to take the actual chemical test later on, whether it be a blood test or below the machine, wherever that state's going to require. But most states are going to have it like this, so you can't be picking up several sets of charges from one single event. This is codified at section 343.305, section 9A. It says, and it should be known that Wisconsin has an implied consent law. What that means is if you're driving on their roads, you're consenting to taking a chemical test if you're believed to be intoxicated while driving. All right, so when next time you go to Milwaukee to go watch the Bucks play, while driving on Wisconsin roads, you already consent to testing, whether that be by breath, blood, or urine, if you're lawfully arrested for OWI. Refusing the test triggers automatic penalties, and these are separate from the OWI offense itself. Let's look at what some of these penalties are. If this is your first time ever refusing, your license will be revoked for 1 year. You'll have a mandatory ignition lock put on your car, and that's for 1 full year. You also have to go through a driver safety program that's mandatory. Now, if you have consecutive offenses, you're definitely going to see longer revocations of your license, longer periods to have this interlock device on your car, and possibly jail time. All right, let's talk about OWI. first offense. All right, now this is codified at 346.63, section 1A. Now, if there's no injury that happens, this is simply a civil forfeiture. That's what it's known as there in Wisconsin. So it's just a ordinance violation. All right, so it's going to carry just a money penalty. The penalty is between $150 and $300. Now, apparently they have some kind of surcharge also of $435. So your license can be suspended for 6 to 9 months, and you do have that mandatory alcohol assessment. Now, jail is not imposed unless there's aggravating factors, like you got into a wreck or something else happened before they caught you with the OWI charge. And also you have the open intoxicants in a motor vehicle. This is defined under section 346.935. And it's true in many states. In Wisconsin, it says it's illegal to have an open alcohol container in the passenger area. Now, for the driver, it's a forfeiture offense with fines up to $500. Okay, next, let's go into our evidentiary standards, because once again, they're important every day when the government's going to be taking action against us or if we need to sue someone else. Okay, let's dive right into these 6 levels of evidence. We'll start with the lowest and work our way up to the highest. First, you have mere suspicion. Now, when we're talking about the government or the police having mere suspicion, that just means they have a gut feeling or a hunch. They don't have any real proof just yet, so they can't take any real legal action just yet. Now, I warn everyone, at this level, the government's going to pay closer attention. They're going to be on the lookout for a violation or crime to be happening. All right, here, if a deputy notices a person leaving a gas station, they're young, they might look impaired, but they haven't committed any violation just yet. Now, that's just suspicion at this point. Without a violation, there's no reason to stop a person. Now, let's move up a level, reasonable suspicion. Now, this is when the police or the government have specific and articulable facts that a crime may be occurring. Now, this does justify a stop. And during that stop, a person will be briefly detained while the police investigate to see if there is actually a crime happening. Now here, at this level, this is when the police stop her for going 67 miles per hour in just the 55 zone. Also failing to maintain a straight course. Now that combined with the time of night, that gave the deputy a legal basis to pull her over to investigate if she might be impaired. Now, moving up one more level, probable cause. Now, at this level, I want everybody to remember this. When you hear probable cause, that means the government or the police are going to arrest someone. This is defined as when there's enough facts for a reasonable officer to believe that a crime is being committed and the person that's a suspect is involved. Here, we have Marianna's slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, and the odor of intoxicants. You have admissions of having a couple of drinks and her refusing instructions. All that gives rise to probable cause for the OWI arrest and later resisting. So at this level, remember, this is where arrests become legal. All right, let's move up one more level, preponderance of the evidence. Now at this level, we're actually in court. All right, we're in civil court mostly, but we could be in probate court. But if we're in civil court, this is where people are going to fight over money, all right? The government could be bringing you here, suing you for your tax dollars, or you could be bringing someone else into court. This level means that it's more likely than not that your claim is true. That's the standard. How much proof do we need? We need about 51% of the proof in our favor to win these types of actions. Now here, remember we talked about a civil forfeiture. That's going to be at this level. Just need 51% in the government's favor to win. So if we were to look at her traffic refusal case, the judge only needed to decide whether it's more likely than not that Gonzales unreasonably refused the chemical test. So yes or no, almost. All right, let's move up one more level. Clear and convincing evidence. Now this is one level before the highest level, but this is still in the realm of civil cases. But also this is the level where administrative hearings for license revocations and things of that nature also are dealt with. This level is defined as being strong and highly probable that your claim is true. To win these types of cases, you're going to need about 75% of the evidence in your favor to be successful. It basically means you're going to need more receipts to prove your point. The best example of a civil case you constantly see here are those where you're saying someone defrauded you, someone stole your identity. All those kinds of cases, you're going to need to have proof that what you're saying actually happened. All right, here, they actually drew her blood later on, and it came back at being 0.17. Now, that's over 2 times more than the legal limit of 0.08. You also have the broken officer glasses. You have the body cam showing the headbutt. It's going to reach this level fairly easily. They also make these charges stay around even though she didn't take this to a jury. Now, remember earlier we talked about that there are certain circumstances that make certain charges go up. So the headbutting, yes, that's going to be a circumstance that creates more liability later on. All right, let's move up to beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, this is the criminal standard. It's going to be required in every criminal case. When you hear that, beyond a reasonable doubt, what it means is that there's no other logical conclusion besides the defendant being guilty of the charges against them. Now, here in the United States, this is the highest standard. It's required for every criminal case, and prosecutors and district attorneys, they have to meet the standard for every element of the case. Now, when we're talking about proof, you might wonder, what does that really mean? That means they need to have anywhere from 90 to 95% of the evidence in their favor to win those points. That's a lot. That's not low. That's almost certain. If certain is 100%, to be 95% certain is, that's up there. All right, here, the jury's going to see the video of Gonzales refusing commands. They're going to see that headbutt. And they're going to see the official results from that blood alcohol concentration test. Understand that, yes, you can refuse to take the test and there will be a charge there. What happens next? All we have to do is go to a judge and ask for a warrant. Once you get to probable cause, a warrant can issue. The warrants can even issue to hold you, that's called an arrest, to seize certain things, that's a search, all right? To seize your bodily fluids. They can even do that with a warrant, okay? But the jury's going to see all of that. They're going to see the results from the test. And it's going to leave little reasonable doubt that she resisted the officer and drove while intoxicated. All right, next, let's imagine ourselves on this jury. All right, now let's go to that jury box. There's 12 people in here. You're one of them. You've seen the footage and you've heard all the testimony from the witnesses and the defendant. Now it's time to decide. Now, looking at the criminal case first, all right? You watched Gonzales slur her words and argue with the police. Then you saw her headbutt a deputy hard enough to knock his glasses off. Now, was that an intentional battery or just reckless flailing around from someone who lost control? Now, as to the felony charge, attempted battery, it was dismissed, but it was read into the record. So what does that mean? That means the court is still considered that charge during the sentencing. Now, if you're on a jury, would you have voted to convict on the felony of attempted battery? Or would you just stick with the misdemeanor resisting arrest? Now, she pled guilty to that misdemeanor. She received 1 year probation and some jail time. Moving over to the traffic case. The law says drivers already give implied consent to testing once they drive in Wisconsin. Now, when Gonzales refused the chemical test, the judge ruled her refusal was not reasonable. Now, as a juror, how do you view this? Do you see her refusal as her exercising her rights or as proof she's trying to hide that she's intoxicated? Now, these implied consent laws are really a catch-22 because if you drive drunk and are stopped, you're pretty much going to be punished either way. Now, the woman repeatedly told officers, "I'm sober," but she has a blood alcohol concentration that's double the limit, 0.17. Now, with her testimony, now if she took the stand, would it carry any weight with you after seeing all the evidence? Now, during the stop, her demands for the sheriff, did that strike you as confusion, intoxication, or was it manipulation? Usually when people start demanding the sheriff, that's usually the type of language you hear with various sovereign citizen groups and things of that nature. Let's talk about the officer's conduct before we move on. All right, so the deputies escalated to detaining her when she refused to stay in the vehicle. Now, after watching the footage, would you say the officers used the right amount of force here, including the threats of using a taser? Would you say everything was measured, or was it excessive? And does your intuition tell you that these officers acted professionally under the stress and circumstances, or that things got out of hand way too quickly? You tell me. Tell me your verdict in the comments below. Guilty or not guilty, and why? Remember, her documents are also pinned in the comments. So, what do we learn here? Well, first, late night speeding, especially in places like Beaver Dam, can turn into something much bigger. We have Marianna Gonzales. She didn't just get cited for OWI. She ended up with 2 separate cases that were matriculating in Dodge County. In the criminal case, she pled no contest to resisting officers and had the felony battery charge read into the record. Now the results: 1 year probation, some conditional jail time, and some long-term court supervision. Now in that traffic case for refusing to take the chemical test, she was found not reasonable, so that's sort of like a guilty. That's basically finding liability. That triggers the license suspension, those financial penalties, and the assessments and courses. Now, instead of walking away with just a civil forfeiture and a fine, Gonzales multiplied all her problems. Fighting the police, refusing lawful orders, demanding for the sheriff, only stacked up her charges and those costs. That's the danger of resisting arrest. One stop can balloon into 2 different dockets, 2 different judgments, and years of consequences. Our lesson: compliance. It can mean the difference between 1 citation and 2 case files with probation, jail time, and license suspensions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop your verdict in the comments below. Would you have convicted Gonzales of the felony battery? Or was the misdemeanor charge, was that enough? Remember, this is Advocacy Alchemy, and I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Everyone be safe out there. Enjoy your Friday.
If you've got ideas or videos you want me to lecture on, send them to the queue. And come back tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. for another lecture.